because I'm not a TikTok top dude. Like I told them, I just got the hang of Instagram and I was kind of rolling with it. So it was like it was cool. But TikTok was a whole new world. And the first thing was like I got on it like the first week and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do this at all. But like you just said, trends are important. Like these are the things that people are getting record deals from TikTok, you know? Like
everybody, welcome back to another episode of It Is What It Is podcast. I'm your host, Cody Kelly. Look, connect with me. Look, you want to keep seeing amazing episodes like this with amazing guests, you know what you got to do. Subscribe to the YouTube page at YouTube at CV Space K. I got to slow down, you know, because people don't know how to follow. CV Space K. Follow your boy on Instagram at CVMK33 and on the business page at CVMK_global. Look, go to the best place for supplements, sports supplements, and fitness apparel at www.cvnkglobal.store. I got one of mine with me today, Superpower, one of the best pre-workouts on the market. Look, I own it. You can own it. Do it. It's amazing. Just an amazing place. And where all things are seen, heard, and felt on the podcast, it is streaming everywhere. But before we get into it, and I introduce, he's been on the show before, amazing, just up-and-coming artist, amazing hip-hop artist. You know what we got to do? We got to pay these bills. So with that being said, we'll be back from a word from our sponsors.
There's a hero in all of us waiting to be unleashed. All it takes is just that one last push. Activate the hero within with CVMK Global Supplements. All natural, steroid-free, designed to enhance performance, build muscle, and increase energy. You are unstoppable. You can do this. Become your own hero at www.cvmkglobal.store.
And we're back. We're back with my man Blaq in the building. Blaq, I appreciate you, man, for coming on. How you been?
I've been all right, boss. I appreciate you for having me back on as well.
No problem, and the honor is all mine. Look, what has been going on? You know, the summer 22 is here. Let's say a lot is different from 2021. I feel like 2020, 2021, and then 2022 has been its own thing. What, from a creative space, what have you been working on?
First thing, myself.
Sure.
That's crazy, yeah. So first thing I was working on was myself because, like you said, it was rough. You know, like things was rough. Like from last year to now, it's like life just really was. We were making another shift to going back outside and all that. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to do before I even jumped into music was like work on myself a lot. So I've been doing that, and I'm back on my. Like I tell everybody, I'm back on my health as well. So you know, been getting my workout game, and I probably need to talk to you about some supplements too. I see. So yeah, but yeah, I definitely did that first. Though I did that first. I worked on. I'm still working on myself, but definitely it's been I was doing a lot of character development. You know.
Yeah.
So
what does that look like? Because I just got done. I'm almost done watching the Kevin Hart Jay-Z interview, and they talked about that. Like, he was like, I had to take a break because I really needed to focus on me, you know. Right. And it's like, right. What does that developmental part or that journey, I should say, because it's a journey. It's not like an end destination, you know. Yeah. What does that journey look like for yourself?
Definitely just a lot of self-assurance, kind of in a sense for me. That was one thing. Like, I just wanted to make sure I was still want to do it for the same reasons, or if my reasons have changed, were they good reasons? Because some of my reasons have changed because I'm not 16 anymore. So, you know, so it's like a lot of the reasons have changed, and it's like, okay, and my team have changed a lot. Like, I've got a lot of people that's working with me in different areas of the country and all that. So it's like, I got a lot more things riding on, you know, these, like, how do you feel about it before you start having people depend on you like that again, you know? So I just wanted to make sure I was there first, and definitely took a step away from even making music to just make sure it was like, all right, when you start back, are you ready? You know?
Mm.
So that was the first thing for me for sure.
No, that makes sense. I know from myself, um, I had to do a lot of digging, right? A lot of
Right.
just self-reflection. I started
Hmm.
therapy because I needed a way to heal, right? Kind of
Right.
outside of what I was accustomed to.
Right.
And I think that's important because, as you age, you take some uh, knocks on the chin, right? Like you hit some
Hmm.
bumps in the road and you start realizing like, hey, these tires are getting kind of bald here. And,
Yeah.
if we don't change these tires, we're going to run a flat real soon.
Definitely.
And I think for myself, 2021 to 2022 has been all about repurposing,
Right.
like why am I doing it? Am I doing it for the gram?
Right. Right. Exactly.
Like even beyond the views. Cause I think when I first started, man, I think it was like, I'm just trying to make a splash,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to be on my little Kevin Samuels, and I didn't even know who
Right.
Kevin Samuels was, but as you
Right.
start doing it more, it's like, okay, beyond that, why am I
Exactly.
doing this?
Exactly.
So I get it. I
Exactly.
get it. So talk to us about you started this journey, you're in this process,
Hmm.
you're honing back in, you're back. I see the postings now.
Yeah.
Where musically has that led you?
It led me to face my fears musically,
Sure.
and that was to just, instead of, like, I always preached like I didn't want anyone to put me in a box, but there was like different styles and different types of music that I just would stray away from because I didn't know like if it was something I would be able to do, and it's like, honestly, like I tell people, like anybody around me, they're like, man, you're never nervous, or you just always got it. Like when it's time to do the music thing, really anything. Like once I mentally prepare, I'm ready. So with this, it was like I stopped going to the studio with a lot of people or with people in general. It was just myself in there and the engineer, and it was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna try something. Let's try. Let's and give me some feedback. We're gonna trust each other. And like I said, they knew they were just like, I guess my team, as I let them hear the music little by little, because I'm
Mm,
just doing it kind of myself. It's like they're listening, like, well, I hear the progression. But at the same time, I'm like, well, do you hear me trying to change this, and this? And then once you bring it to them, like, oh, yeah, I did. And it's like, it's a good change, right? And they're like, yeah, because you're becoming more of a wider, like you have a wider spectrum, when it comes to creating. So that's just been like the thing that I was doing to like really perfect it, or at least like get comfortable with it. It was like I wanted to start doing more kind of, in a sense, mainstream music. Like that's one thing. Like, hey, I
mm,
know I can rap, and I can be very lyrical. It's like, but can you make radio music or things that people want to hear on the radio? So
sure.
that's been my, like, so that's the next journey. It was like I was like, how can I be different from what everybody knows Blaq as already? Like, can I reinvent myself one more time, in a sense?
I like it.
So
I think reinvention is necessary for evolution, right? Like you
definitely.
can't stay static. You can't be just
Exactly.
this. At the same time, you can't lose your authentic self in it, right? Your
Exactly.
identity
Right.
matters, and authenticity, ultimately matters.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to find that balance between the two can be kind of it's a hard act, right? Like
And
how do
and
I?
that's part of the journey there. Like that's why why I feel like I had to go back and be like, okay, well, if I'm gonna make this change, let me, like you said, let me make sure at least my core values, the reasons why I'm doing this, is in the same place. You know?
Yeah, yeah, no, totally understand, totally understand. So, you're on this move. Now
Mhm.
it's about commercial appeal, right? Like
Yeah.
enhancing the brand, making
Right.
the brand more mainstream.
Right.
Uh how does one do that? Like how do you take, okay, look, people know me as a lyricist,
Right.
the thought pattern behind it, the verbiage. Now I want to, I need to make them dance, because that's what everybody
Right.
wants something to bump to in the summertime.
Right.
now is beats over lyrics, right? Like, how do you do
Right.
that?
Well, one thing I wanted to do was never really lack on the lyric side,
Okay.
but don't. In a sense, I had to, and I find it funny that one thing I want everybody to know is this: like I'm gonna always be authentically me. You know, like I'm gonna tell the truth. Like I literally some things I said I need to dumb down.
Mhm.
That's honestly like what it was. It was like I'm blessed enough to have people around me of all different backgrounds, different walks of life and all that.
Sure.
So therefore I'm able to ask these kind of questions and ask like, hey, where would you hear this played? Or, like, would you listen to this in this scenario? And I have honest people around me that say yes or no. So then it's like, okay, what if I wanted to change this, and this? What would make it more in that scenario? And that's why I take the little bit, the bits and pieces here. Some people, like you said, are definitely beats over lyrics. And it's like, but the people that I've talked to that are beats over lyrics, they're like, but I still want to hear something. Like I want to hear something that makes me at least attract to the song. Because if it's a beats over lyrics, we should be listening to just beats. You know.
Right.
So I was like, okay, when you put it in that perspective, it's a whole nother ball game. Because it's like, okay, so you just don't want it. So you don't want to basically need a dictionary when when you're riding. So I was like, okay, I understand. Some people like different things. So that was the journey for me. Like coming in that is just asking different questions. So it was in a sense of like you're still black, but you're just widening your audience basically. So that's what I say when I say, dumbing it down.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, um, the business, I guess what's always pressing is that any true creator gets caught in the war between what makes sense and then what makes my pocketbook happy, right?
Right.
Right. The wallet has a lot of say.
Correct.
And you're trying to get views, downloads, subscribers. We're all in to get the audience, right? The lion's
Mm-hmm.
share of the audience, and trying to stand out in a crowd can be very difficult, right? Because
Right.
they'll compare you to somebody else, and it's like I
Right.
never met this person, right?
Right.
So differentiating yourself, man. Like how do you, I look for myself? I it's crazy. I was joking with Candy. I was like, man, I don't know if I should take, Cam Newton's intro or,
Right.
should I just bite off of, because you start
Yeah.
thinking what is really resonating
Right.
because trends matter, even though trends are a terrible way to build a foundation, but they're an easier way to get noticed quicker,
Right. Correct.
right? How do
Yeah.
you navigate that?
Man, and it's funny that you said that because like that's the same thing with music. Everybody's on TikTok these days.
Yeah.
So one of my changes that I made, I said I gotta get on TikTok. So I get on TikTok and it's like, first my question is like, how did this even work? Because I'm not a TikTok top dude. Like I told them I just got the hang of Instagram and I was kind of rolling with it. So it was cool. But TikTok was a whole new world. And the first thing was like I got on there like the first week and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna do this at all. But like you just said, trends are important. Like these are the things that people are getting record deals from TikTok, like, I thought I was like, I've seen it happen. So it's like, if you've seen it proven, like, why wouldn't, like you just said, wouldn't you want to, dabble a little bit? So that's what I did. But then, like you said, it's like, but everybody's on TikTok. Everybody knows this. So it's like, how do I separate myself? So one thing I did personally, like, everybody raps. We're all rappers, right? So I
Right.
just did like some freestyles. But then I named my freestyles and I themed my freestyles. So I have my rolling rap series that I do, and I do it in the car, and it's like I bring different people in from time to time. Like I'm just trying to do different things that are like, like different. And like I said, like a lot of people are like, well, everybody freestyles in the car, but I have a theme. Like mine is rolling raps. Like who has rolling raps besides Blaq? Nobody. And if you take it, you're getting it from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I specifically named it and I spelled it a specific way. It's just like underrated. Like everything I do is like it's different. So it's like it's gonna stand out. Like I like Blaq is with a Q. It's gonna stand out. All this like everything that I do is like even if I'm doing the same thing as you, I try to make it so different and so creative to the point where it's like, dang, I didn't even think of that. He did something crazy. Like,
what's up? I'm super pumped. Just got done with another workout. It's your boy CVMK33. Connect me on Instagram and on the business page of CVMK_global. You know how I get through it. You know how I get that pump looked. Best pre-workout on the market. www.cvmkglobal.store.
every Rolling Raps looks differently. Like I use different filters, different things in the background. Like everything is different. So if you've seen it, like you're like, oh, it's gonna be something different every time. So yeah. So that's my thing. I try to like that was my attack on being different, but trying the new things, the trends, and all of that. And it's been working. Like I've seen growth on my TikTok. Like I said, y'all follow me on TikTok. Where's Blaq?
Where's Blaq? Y'all connect with him on TikTok, y'all. Where is Blaq? No, you're absolutely right. I've enjoyed the creativity that I've seen. You know, it's crazy that no one can build by themselves, right? Like one of the benefits of having a guest on your podcast is that even if they, you know, your audience will be your audience, but connecting to somebody else that has a different audience extends your reach, right?
Always does.
So for you, like, who are these, you know, artists that you're looking forward to working with? I mean, like, I know Duchess is in your camp, right?
Yeah.
You know, but who else out there that, you know, is like, man, look, I got a you know, song. This person did, you know, 4 bars on it. What's going down?
Right now, honestly, it's so funny. It's like I have a couple people that I do want to work with, including that just been telling her like we gotta get it in the studio. But like right now, I'm trying to keep it at home. Like I have another artist like underrated. Her name is Sheila Nicole. She's very good, very talented, and she's great. Like every time we do a song together, it's like everybody loves it, and it's like we gotta get back to that. Like I want to do that. I have another artist named Nine from Houston. Like I got a couple people on my own team that I kind of want to like show that love to. Because last time we talked, I was telling you about my artist and my best friend Whoop. You know, we started Underrated together. So it was like me and him did so much music together. Like we literally went through probably last summer and just did a song, like 2 or 3 songs a day almost, like every time we went to the studio. So we have so much, and it's like I kind of feel like I should spread this love like with the other artists because they're talented. Like, you know, like they everybody's talented in their own right, and all it does is just show me in a bigger light because it's like I'm doing music with different styles, different people. So I feel like my home team is where I need to show that love right now because, like I said, that was the whole point of Underrated, you know, to help each other grow as artists. And everybody tells me, you know, they're like, man, you know, you're doing good by yourself and all that. And it's like, I've been by myself and I've had time to grow. And it's like a lot of these people have been rapping probably 3-4 years, 5-6 years. Come October, it's going to be 10 years for me. Like, it's different. And it's like, I told them, I was like, you know, I see the growth now. Like, probably because once you get to 10, you're like, man, I've been doing this for a long time. So, yeah, so definitely the home team.
So you got your team, and I know it takes a while. I watched one of the best documentaries I've seen this year was Genius with Kanye. And I didn't realize, like, first I didn't realize he wrote most of the blueprint. That and produced it. I at least produced it, not wrote it, but produced it. And I was just like, wow, you know, like mind blown. And still they wouldn't put Ye on. Like he was still kind of discarded. Like, all right, man, you a co-producer.
Just the beat man.
Yeah, you the beat man. That's it. You know, and I'm like, but this is Ye, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, how do you manage feeling like they don't see me? Because I think especially before you make it, it's like, man, like I'm here. I'm and I guess everybody kind of feels like that, but how do you manage like they don't see me?
Well, and it's funny you said it. I literally had this conversation with somebody over the phone the other day. I was telling them like I had a problem before I started this little journey, of course, feeling like I'm not doing enough, you know? And it's like rapping, doing good, music's great. If you listen to it, the music is great. Everybody that listen to it, they become a fan. Like I've never heard somebody listen to my music and say, I don't like this guy. So it's like if I get that every time, why aren't people listening? Why aren't people all over hearing it? Like if this one person does it, or every time we do an interview, that's the host's first time listening to me. They're like, man, I'm a fan now. And it's like for somebody to hear that every time, like literally, it's every time for me. It's never stopped. After a while, you like, all right, something got to give, bro. But then I had the dude that I was talking to is a friend of mine. He has a clothing brand, so he's like, he's been working on getting his brand out as well. And he's like, you, as soon as you feel that way, you probably need to give up social media or something because you're seeing other people and you're basing your journey on other people. He was like, when he feels that way, he deletes all social media apps and continue working in solitude in a sense, you know? And like I told him, I said, that's crazy because with me, more or less, when I felt that way, I never delete social media. I feel like this is a job every day. You know, you gotta entertain people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I never would delete it, but it's like, well, what did you do? Honestly, like I told him, I would just go back and appreciate my old stuff to me. And it's like when you go back through memory lane, you see that growth, you're like, nah, you may not be doing enough for them, but you're doing enough for you. Like, and and it's like, and that's a big thing because, like I said, I tell people all the time, my frustration, like one of the things that make me mad is like when we go and we do like a show or something, everybody's just in that moment. Like I said, in that moment, you're here, but as soon as that moment's over, you go back down because you're like, you go back to your house, you go back to your job. Sometimes, you know, you're like the world saw me the way that y'all saw me Friday night.
I know.
By Monday, it'd be up here. You know, that's what you think. But it's like, that's the passion though. That should be what drives you. Like, I turned that into gas. Like I told them, it's like, all right, I got to make everybody that don't know me by Monday. Like I said, if I got to come to work Monday, when y'all see me Friday again, it's going to be more people in there. Because all that's doing is chipping away the amount of time that I got to go to work again on Monday. So, like I said, I use it as gas now. Like, at first, I used to, like, it used to slow me down a little bit. I'd be like, oh, man, everybody raps. Everybody raps now. Like, really, everybody raps. Like, I told them, I said, everybody raps. But now it's more like everybody can do it, but you cannot do it like how I do it.
Hello. Because everybody got a podcast, but that don't mean you can do it like I do.
Nah, for real. No, and that's literally how I hold it. I'm like, y'all have to understand, like, in life, it's just like a job.
Right.
It's employees in there that do what you do.
Yeah.
But can they do it like you? Like, I was a salesman, so it was like competition was there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I told them music is competition to me because it's just like work. So work is competition. Everything I do is a competition, I guess. Essentially, I mean, everything we do in life is almost a competition. We're competing. If we didn't know we were competing, we are. Like I told them, you want to make the most money, right? You're going to work very hard to make the most money. It's the same thing with music, for me, at least. Like I said, everybody have different motives. I just treat it like a job now. And that's why I feel like if I would be competitive in my job, I'll be competitive in music.
That's it. That's the key. I treat it now like a job. Here's some, you know, I had this conversation with one of my guys. I said, you know, I get when the scripture says you can't serve two masters, you either love one or hate the other. And I thought for myself, I'm like, man, it doesn't make sense because it feels like you could balance. But I get it. There's no such thing as equal attention. If you want to really go after something, all your energy and effort really can only be directed in one place at one time. If you try that, somebody's gonna end up losing, you know. So
can't make
never
everybody
50,
happy
50.
either.
Yeah, it's never 50-50. And a lot of times when it comes to dreams and stuff, we treat it, and I get it because, you know, we got bills to pay. I mean, it's not because we're lazy, it's just we got life responsibilities.
Right.
So we end up treating it like a hustle instead of like, no, this is my
side thing. It's something I do on the side.
Right. Like, no, this is my real 9 to 5.
Exactly.
You know, and it's hard to make that switch because to fully dive in, it's hard to dive in when you carrying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you gotta almost.
I'm gonna tell you something too. It's another thing that I had to do. Like you said, it's that mindset. So when I go to work, I'm working to fund my dream that I'm doing. So I'm working to fund my work. essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to Gary V. Like he's one of those guys that like really motivate me because it's like your mentality. So I'm a mentality person.
Yeah.
If you can like I tell people, if I'm into it mentally, then you got me. But if I'm not, then I'm probably not gonna care that much. But he said you go to work 9 to 5 and there's 24 hours in a day, yeah, you probably need a couple. What you need 8 hours of sleep.
Yep.
That's still you still got what's that 24 minus what 17 I
16, yeah.
guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got you how many more hours you got? Like so somewhere along there you should be working for yourself somewhere. And that's why I said then it's like the more that you work for yourself and it actually works out, the less you'll have to work for the other person. And the more that you're working for yourself, it's like I'm working for myself a lot. I'm still working for this person, but this is only to fund what I'm doing. So therefore, like I do a job to the top of my ability to get the most money because I know I'm gonna take that money and put it over here into my dream. And the more that I'm putting into my dream, the less that I will actually have to. Because I look at it like this: you working a job. By the time you get to retire, you got to be a certain age anyway. So you're still, just like I tell people, it's the same thing, right? You're working towards something. The only difference is you working towards your dream could retire you a lot earlier than you just focusing and saying, nope, not even gonna chase that dream. I'm gonna just go work and then you just working. I mean, it's people that have happiness in that. I'm not that person. Like I told you, I don't wanna get old and then go travel. Like I want to travel now.
I told God that. I said, God, I don't want a Lamborghini at 80. I want one now. It's not gonna make sense when I get to 80.
It won't. You probably and even if it does, you won't have much time with it. Like I tell them, like we're kind of programmed to get into the what I call it the 401k scam, and you're gonna get all this money built up, saved up for you, and it's like you said, you're 80. Well, why do you need a Lamborghini? Have fun now, chase that dream now. That's what I'm doing. So like I said, that's that mentality thing that I had got that made me say everything is pushing towards my music career. Everything. I meet people at work, I'm telling them about my music career. That's probably where you're gonna see me.
I like it. I like it. Blaq, so I know you do it all the time, and I know you put people, you put people on spot. They be like, man, spit a bar, spit something, or play some news, spit something for us, man.
Play some music or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do a freestyle. Just I always ask everybody, what's my rules? Because I have some I want to play for you, but I don't want to get in trouble with my team. So I guess I just have to do the freestyle. But like, is there any guidelines? Like, would you? How long you want me to do it? Just you gonna cut me off?
Give me 30 seconds of heat. I just want 30 seconds.
All right, I got you. Hey, y'all gonna blur my words out?
I got you on the back
end. Words out on the back end just in case anything slips through. I'm just telling you, because when your mind going, you just going. All right, but let's get it. All right. Situations really change a lot of this. Everybody else, they got their own prerogative. I've been trying to figure out what time it is, but I ain't got a clock or a watch. Everybody else, they want to tell me what I got. I'm like, nah, I just made me a little bit in the pot, mixed it up, and got a little trouble out a little bit. They was like, damn, but when you rhyme, we ain't feeling it. I was trying to get a little vision. It ain't clear as this. They don't understand what I'm saying, think they hearing it wrong. I was putting this in a song when I was 19 years old, telling life I'm going on. Nah, I ain't understand yet till I had a plan that. Now I'm 26, trying to figure out what a man that. He was in the mirror, but the vision wasn't clear. Then I told him that I got it. They like, damn, we gonna hear it. Can I hear you some more? Let me get some pour. They was like, you sure? Now I got it some more. Now I got it galore. Blessings, they running over. Chips still on my shoulder. The world was still getting colder. I don't know. I'm just like, look, I was a little all over the place, but I had to bring it back home. But I appreciate that.
The world is getting colder. Yeah. Now I'm the new. Let me stop, man. Hey, that was fire. I like that. Look,
I appreciate that.
So you've been on this journey. You've been working in the lab. You've been going all in. Like you said, this is year 10 for you. Yeah. Fully vested, no turning back. Whatever you were balancing before, now is like this is just it. There is no plan B. It's just this. Yeah. So I know there's projects coming.
Oh
Give
yeah.
us some concert datelines, some project datelines, where the people can support.
Right now, I was gonna do like shows. I was gonna actually throw my own, like, just to be 100%
Sure.
honest. I was gonna do that, but in the wake, we had a pretty bad school shooting out here in
Yeah.
Texas,
Yeah.
and I was gonna do a show this summer, but instead I've changed my mind. I'm throwing a back to school drive.
That's good.
Uh, for kids, and honestly, hold on, let me get my speakers tripping. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. But basically, yeah, I wanted to do this back to school drive for the kids just to show, because a lot of people don't understand, like, the kind of toll that takes on some people. Like, some people,
Mhm.
like me, I feel bad for those kids because they're children. Like
Yeah,
children
same.
lost their lives, and it's like children are the future. I got
Yeah.
younger cousins, little siblings. Like, I got people that I see that have grown up, and I'm like, I just felt bad because those kids wouldn't get a chance to grow up, and it was sad to me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something for my community, but also just anybody, neighboring areas in Texas. I mean, in Dallas. Shoot, you come from anywhere if you want some supplies. But I just felt like that was the thing to do, because it's bigger than us. Like I told them, like, as an upcoming artist, I want to go talk to the kids. I mean, I'm just not successful yet, But I also feel like I have something to tell them, Like, as somebody that's trying and going for a goal, like, I think you like this is the real thing to see. Like, we see the success story, but you never see the journey to it a lot of the times. And I'm just trying to be open with mine and share, while I'm on the way. I'm not rich, so I'm like, but I still would give. And I, like that's the point. So, that's the first thing I'm doing. That's in August 6th. That's the
Oh,
first
shit.
Saturday in August. I'll be partnering with our local. I found local Hooters in Cedar Hill. They wanted to do something, so I partnered with them. So we're gonna do that up there August 6th on Saturday from 12 to 4, and that's the first thing I'm doing. So I want to talk about that because that's important. But after that, then we focusing back in on the album. I'm dropping my album in October. Right now, all I can give you is that it's going to be different. It's going to be monumental. It's monumental to me already, just, and I've only finished half of it, but it's definitely going to have some things that I feel can, I say, change my life. I'm just calling my shot right now. Hopefully in October, I'm still calling that shot and I'm right, but I feel like it because I'm confident 10 times over that this one would stop traffic.
Hmm.
This album right here would stop traffic if it had to, because I've already started on it. We're gonna start there. I'm taking my time with it. Like I said, my heart's in the right place, mine's in the right place. I'm just very, very focused, and I haven't had this much time to focus like that on that project. Usually, I'm running full speed on it. I told the team we got to slow all the way down, and that's why this project, all I can give you is the name. It's gonna be called Underrated, uh, and it's coming out in October. That's literally all I can tell you right now. I can tell you I got half of it done too. So
All
uh,
right.
yeah, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just very much, I'm in a different place right now, musically and mentally. So it's like it's only gonna be better once you're like, as you're going through this journey, because like you said, 10 years, that's a long time. I
Yeah.
know plenty of people that stopped after like 6 months, 6 days, you
I
know,
know. I know. There
six
was some
years.
podcast I was on in 2021. I ain't seen a damn episode.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, because that's the type of dedication that it takes to do something like this. Like you said, this is just like sports. This is just like anything else. Athletes play a long time before they get to the pros.
Hello.
You've been playing, like, if you're a basketball player, you play since you was a little kid. Football too. You've been playing for that long, and then it's like for one opportunity, and that's how I'm looking at it. It don't matter how long you've been playing. You want that one opportunity to go to the next level, right? So
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
First of all, brother, you are a success. Let me change your vocabulary. You are a success, man. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate
Doing big
that.
things, man. Look, anytime you can empower the youth and speak to them, especially after that horrible tragedy. You got Uvalde affected us all, and then we had Highland Park here in Chicago, and then of course we got the Chicago just nonsense on top of that. So, brother, I get it, man. So I encourage you to keep doing your thing. Y'all, look, the Back to School Drive, August the 6th, but the album is going to be out in October as soon as it drops, as soon as it hits Spotify, YouTube, Apple Plus, Tidal, all platforms. Dog, just play it. What's wild now? You don't even got to, you just play it. Like, just play it. It's all going to be support the man. Blaq, man, where can they follow you, man? They would like, hey, before the album drop, I need to follow you.
On all platforms at Where Is Blaq, WhereIsBlaq, and that's on all platforms. My music, you can literally search up BLAQ. There's a picture of me smiling pretty big. You should see me. And let me see my website, whereisblaq.com, also has all the links to everything. So anything you're looking for is Where Is Blaq, so you can find me.
That's it. I'm gonna have to go down to Texas, man, and kick with y'all, man. Y'all gotta put me in a music video. I don't know what I'll be doing, but just put me in the music video, y'all. Go to his website,
down, man. Yeah,
whereisblaq.com. Hit him up. He's on all platforms at Where Is Blaq. You will see him.
Yeah.
Look, he posts content almost every day, so there will be something for you. And if you want to keep seeing amazing artists, amazing just talent and individuals like Blaq, you know what you got to do. Subscribe to the YouTube page, YouTube at CV Space K. That's Cody Vernon Kelly CV Space K. Go to the website. Get your supplements on. Pre-workouts, 3 of them. Summer Vibe is Warrior Thirst out today. No, it's been out. It ain't out today. I mean, it's out today, but it's been out. Only at www.cvnkglobal.store, where the best supplements fitness drip is. We are there on Instagram, CVMK_global, and on TikTok at CVMK Globe, because they wouldn't let me put the BAL. I had to short it up. They didn't let me do that. So, it has been a pleasure, guys. And until next time, thanks.